kind of walk us through like the moment what do you first recall, I guess, after that, taking that shot?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the game. I'm going to share it. It's not something that I'm proud of, obviously, and some people may think it's scary, but like I said, I've dealt with this in sparring before, and if you're in the fight game, you probably hear these stories before as well. But yeah, I didn't really come to it until I was in the back. I remember that's the only first thing I remember. I'm sitting around the doctors, going through that whole process with them. Mark and Ricardo are next to me, and I'm like, Mark, what happened? He's like, you fought, and I kind of figured that. I'm like, but I couldn't remember who I fought. I'm like, who'd I fight? And he said Sandhagen. And I'm like, and I'm trying to remember training for the guy, and I just could not remember training for him. I'm like, since when was I supposed to fight him? I thought maybe I just took this fight on short notice or something. He's like, bro, 2 months. You've been training for this guy 2 months, and man, I just couldn't wrap it around my head. The doctor asked me what date it was, and I for the life of me, I could not remember. I'm like, September, December, and that's when they said, all right, we're gonna go get a CAT scan, whatever. I'll go to the hospital, and then on the way to the hospital, the nurse in the ambulance said, "What day of February is it?" I'm like, boom, the 6th. And right away, that's when the things started snowballing. I started, remembering. Oh, man. Then I remember like the warm up. I remember even the first 20 seconds before getting hit with the knee. So everything came back to me. But I don't remember walking out of the cage though.
Huh? Is that like is it like waking up from like a dream or a nap or something? Like when you're in the back, like it's crazy to me that you like initially in that moment you wouldn't have even known that you fought. That like that just seems so foreign to me that like you're in the back. And may like everything else about like maybe not remembering the fight right away, or of course the shot that put you out, but to not even remember like that, like are you sitting there thinking you're about to fight, or like are you confused? Like what is that like?
Yeah, I was confused. I figured like something was up, like because everyone's around me. Like I knew, like I kind of figured something was up. I lost the fight. I just didn't know how it happened, and I didn't know who I fought. And it wasn't like I woke up from a dream. It's just kind of I just remember sitting down, and now I'm with it. It's not like I woke up like, where am I? It's just, I guess, your body just starts trying to piece stuff together, your mind at least,
Well, and you said a lot of people might think that's scary, but if you're in the fight game, you've dealt with it before. Like, I would still think that even if you're in the fight game and you're like, that's happened to you before, that it's still scary. Like why does that not scare you, do you think?
I mean, dude, this is what I've been doing my whole life. I mean, I understand the risks, and there's nothing we can do about it. It already happened. I still feel like I'm pretty with it, and a lot of people want to, they look at that it was a nasty knockout for sure. But was that any better than me getting my head beat in for a round by Gray Maynard, and still finding a way? I mean, I took one shot here at Gray Maynard. I took 15 shots, so what's better? I don't know, and it's so funny. Like when you get old, people are like, oh, now you got to retire. If I got knocked out at 25, would you say retire? So it is what it is.